All right, Shalom, Shalom, Israel, Shalom to the Torah tribes, Yasharala, giving a course, all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Mahashiach, one Malak Yahweh Shah. It's all praises and glorification unto the Most High God, Yahweh. In the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah, this is Brother Yasharala.
Brother Ahbayah.
Khan coming back, y'all, with yet another video through the Spirit and power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Mahashiach, Yahweh Shah. All right, we're going to get straight into this, right? This is going into every knee shall bow. Right? What does that mean? Right? Every knee is going to have to be bowing down unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. All nations, everybody, right? To the least person, to the greatest person, to these kings, these prime ministers, these presidents, to these just your modern day or you're just your average Joe. Everybody, every knee is going to bow down to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh and submit, right? So Khan, I'm gonna kick it off with I'm gonna kick it off with this, right? Let's go to Revelation 13. Right? Because right now, Esau, all right, Esau, he's basically, he's trying to, fan himself as a Lord, right? He's telling everybody to bow down unto him. If you don't bow down to him, guess what? You're gonna be put to death, right? Guess what? You're gonna be ostracized. Guess what? You're gonna be ridiculed and mocked if you don't bow down to Esau and worship him. All right, let's go to Revelation 13 and verse 15. It said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. What is the image of the beast? It's not talking about a physical image, right? Your image is what you represent. So what does Esau represent, right? Esau represents evil, right? So if you don't get down basically with Esau and his new world order, and all his, his agendas, guess what? You'll be put to death. That's what happened to the Haitian president. He got put to death, right? Because he didn't accept the poisons, right, into his country, et cetera, et cetera. If you don't bow down to Esau, you don't get down with him, you're gonna be put to death, right? So just like how that Esau, he incorporated that on the left hand side, guess what? The Most High God, he's going to incorporate that on the right hand side. If you don't get down with the Lord, you're going to be put to death, right? Khan, you got it, King.
Khan, yeah, the Lord's coming back to conquer everybody, man. He's gonna be that one king that everyone has to go to worship. Everyone's gonna be bowing down and worshiping the Lord himself. You're not gonna have these different people, different, worshiping, different things, different idols. No, all eyes gonna be on the Lord, man. Let me get this real quick in Revelation chapter 19 and verse 11. And it reads, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. Now, that's not talking about an actual horse, right? It's talking about a chariot, right? And it reads, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true. And in righteousness, he doth judge and make war. So in the second coming, when the Lord comes back, Yahushua, he's going to come and judge and make war. That's Daniel chapter 17 and chapter 7, verse 10. The books were, let me just get that real quick. The judgment was set. I don't want to be too long-winded. Let me get a precept on that real quick. It's Daniel chapter 7 and verse 10. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were open. You see that? The judgment was set in this thing, because the Lord is coming back to judge and to make war against the inhabitants of the earth, because they live so wickedly. So let's go back to Revelation chapter 19 and get to the point, though. This book of Revelation chapter 19 and verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. So Yahushua going to come back with many crowns. Well, that's symbolic for the Lord taking down these different kingdoms. And now, guess what? When you get taken down by a kingdom, they get conquered. That kingdom has to worship the person who conquered them. Same thing with Israel. We got conquered. Guess what? We're in a captivity. We got to serve them, right? Same thing with the Persian and Medes. Same thing with the Babylonians. The Persians took out the Babylonians. They had to serve the Persian and Medes and stuff like that, man. Right? So it's going to be the same thing when the Lord going to come back. Everybody going to be in subjection to Yahushua.
Khan, that's right. That's right. Every nation right? The Lord set up the hegemony for almost every nation. The Hamites, if you didn't serve the Egyptians, you'd be put to death, right? If you didn't serve the Babylonians, you'd be put to death. If you didn't serve the Persian Medes, you'd be put to death. So just like that, Yahweh Shah, when he reigns upon the earth, guess what? If you don't worship him, you're gonna be put to death, right? Plain as that, right? What precept did you bring out, King?
That was Revelation chapter 19 and verse 12.
Okay, come on. Right? Let's get this. Let's go to the book of Luke, right? Actually, I'm gonna go to Isaiah 45 first, right? Book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 25, right? It's like verse 23. Right, Isaiah chapter 45, verse 23. I have sworn by myself, the word is gone out of my mouth in righteousness and shall not return, that unto me every tongue shall slot, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear. You see that? The Lord said, look, hey, I'm telling you, every knee is going to bow and every tongue is going to swear my name, right? Every tongue is going to confess my name. That's what the Lord said. And that's what's going to happen, right? Every knee's going to bow, But let's say some Edomites, right? Some other nations, let's say they don't want to bow down unto Yahushua, and get down with the righteous new order. You know what I'm saying? I just made up that term, the righteous new order, right? Let's say they want to get down with that. Now they don't want to eat pork. I mean, it's like they don't want to stop eating pork. They don't want to keep the law, statute, commandments of the Most High God. Guess what's going to happen, man? Right? Let's go to first. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 60. Okay, let's go to Isaiah chapter 60. This book of Isaiah chapter 60 and verse number 11. Therefore, thy gates shall be open continually; they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. So the Gentiles are going to be bringing their forces to us. What's the forces? The riches, the wealth, the opulence, right? And that their kings may be brought. Even their kings will be brought unto us. And yes, their kings will have to bow down unto the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Talking about Yahushua. Verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. So the kingdom that and nation that's not going to serve Yahushua, that's not going to serve the Israelites, that's not going to serve Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, they're going to utterly perish, right? Shall perish, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. See that? Plain and simple. There's no exceptions, bro. Right? Every nation except for, maybe Esau. It's okay, because we already know Esau is the wicked, so we expect that from him. No, every nation, right? If you don't want to get down with it, guess what? You're going to perish. And that's in the scriptures, Khan, you got it.
That's right. I'm going to get this real quick in Psalm chapter 2. Really, the whole chapter is good, but I'm going to start at verse 7, and it reads, I would declare the decree, Yahweh have said to me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Now, chiefly this talking about Yahweh through the Spirit, but on another fold, no, we are the sons of God as well, man. Right? Verse 8, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. And the Most High said to Yahweh, hey, just ask me, man, and I'll give it to thee at the drop of a dime, man. Right? At the flip of a coin, I give it to you. Just ask. Right? Verse 9. Thou shalt break them with the rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. I'm going to jump down. I'm going to keep going. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. But that's the point, verse 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. So the Lord said, you got to kiss the Son, or he's going to be angry. I mean, you got to reverence the Son, which is Yahushua, or else he's going to be angry and put you out this thing, man. If you don't acknowledge Yahushua, hey, that means you're not acknowledging the Most High in this thing, man. And guess what? You're going to get destroyed, right? So these the people who won't come up year to year serving the Lord, doing their sacrifices and stuff like that. Guess what? They're going back to the spiritual world. They're going to be cut out of the land of the living. But
Khan is right, man. Gonna be sent, like the brother said, you're gonna be sent to the spiritual world. You know. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 19 and verse 14. Not 14. It's like, can you hear me?
Con, I can hear you.
Okay, Khan, because it said my Wi-Fi is like low. All right. Wait, hold on. Let me just check if it's good right now. Wi-Fi is like low. Okay, Khan. All right, let's go to Proverbs chapter 19 and verse number, all right, 12. It says the king's wrath is as the roaring of a lion, but his favor is as dew upon the grass. You see that? So the king's wrath is like a roaring lion, man. It said kiss the son lest he be angry, right? It's like you gotta reverence, you gotta bow down unless he gets angry. And when he gets angry, he's like a lion, man. You know, and metaphorically, spiritually, on one fold, that's talking about Yahushua. You know, because Yahushua is not a soft or nice guy, man. Let's get this in the book of Luke, chapter 19, right? Let's say even those of his own nation, man, right, who don't want to serve Yahushua, who don't, you know, who came and then they see Yahushua, oh damn, why is he black? Right? I thought my sweet Jesus was, you know, lighter than that, right? You know what I'm saying? They don't want Yahushua to look like them, right? They thought all their lives that God, that Yahushua, right, that Jesus Christ look was damn pale, you know, was pale in the face, right? And had mutations in his eyes, blue eyes, you know what I'm saying? And that he would, when he walking around Jerusalem and Jericho and Galilee, he'd be getting sunburned. So you have to, kind of go into the house, right? That's why he was in the synagogue, right? Hiding, hiding from the sun, you know what I'm saying? That's why he was in the synagogue, right? That's off, right? But hey, they're gonna be surprised, man. And let's say some of his own people don't even want to submit, right? What did the Lord say? Let's go to Luke chapter 19 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 12 to get the context. He said, therefore, a certain noble man went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants. 10 is the number of completion, right? So he's just going into a certain amount of servants. And delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. So that's what the Lord is saying to us, the servants of the Lord, right? He's saying, hey, occupy till I come, right? Meaning what? You got to be doing the work. You got to be watching. You got to be watching 24/7, right? Occupying until the Lord comes, teaching, right? Exhortating, making videos, right? Studying, etc., doing the work of the Lord until the Lord comes back, right? Verse 14. But his citizens hated him. So his own citizens, right? Though his Yahweh's own countrymen, right? They hated him and sent a message after him saying, we would not have this man to reign over us. Right? Hey, we don't want what? We don't want this dude to reign over us, right? He's too hard. He's a hard man. You know what I'm saying? I knew that were a hard man. You know, they want the soft, nice guy, right? Verse 27. Here's what the Lord said. But those mine enemies. So Yahweh has enemies, which would not that I shall reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. So the Lord said, bring them here and slay them. You don't want to get down with what I'm putting out, right? Bring them over here and slay them before me, man. I want the blood to be on my I want to see the blood, man. Right? That's what Yahweh is saying, right? I want to see the blood. Bring it over here. No, don't do it over there. Bring it over here before me, right? And that's the last thing that they see, an austere man like this, right? Next. Hey, that's scary, bro. All right, but Khan, you got it.
That is scary, man. And especially in his glorified body as well.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let me get this preacher, bro. Right, because again, the Lord's going to come back, and everybody already going to know what time it is. No.
Right.
Same way when you do something bad at home, your dad, your mom or your dad, they at work, you call them, yeah, mom, I broke the TV. you already preparing. You already know what time it is. Then you start hearing that garage come up. You start hearing the keys jiggle in the house. You already know what time it is, man. Same thing with the Lord. When the Lord start coming back, they already know what time it is, man. It's Revelation chapter 1, verse 7, the classic. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so. Oh man. So everyone that's going to see the Lord come back, they're going to be wailing. They're going to be crying, gnashing of teeth, man. Because they know that, dang, man. Like, you're going to have some people be like, wait, what? These Hebrew Israelites, they was correct about that? They was telling us the truth? You're going to have some other people saying, dang, man, our rulership is over with, man. Now we gotta be righteous. Now we're about to get destroyed. So everybody gonna. I don't want him to rule over us. I want him to be in wickedness. You know. So hey, everybody's gonna be on that type of time, man. But the Lord, He said, even so, oh man. I mean, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna get this real quick too. So like, you gotta deal with it, man.
God, deal with it.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 138, and verse 4, and it reads, all the kings of the earth shall praise thee, O Yahweh, when they hear the words of thy mouth. So everyone's gonna be praising the Lord, man. Because again, you're gonna have people, you're gonna have heathen cleaving to us, man, that wants to get down with this thing. All praise to the Most High. There's nothing wrong with that. We're gonna rejoice in that thing, man. Rahab, she wanted to cleave. Ruth, she wanted to cleave. They back in this thing again, man. Right? And the Lord is going to save them, but they still going to be in captivity. But they're going to be, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have lesser judgment than these damn Edomites out here, man. That's rebellious, that don't want to serve the Lord. But the Lord just said that the people who's going to serve him, which is going to be everybody, he said they're going to, what's it called? When they hear the words, it's like when they hear the words of thy mouth, they're gonna praise the Lord, basically, man. Right? So come.
That's right, man. Yeah, everybody's gonna be serving the Lord. And of course you're gonna have the people that's gonna be, willingly going to submit. You know what I'm saying? And they're not okay, yeah, come over here, right? And submit. You know what I'm saying? But then you're always gonna have the rebellious ones, right? And Esau, even when he's damn enslaved, he might even try, plot against the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Try to plot against the Lord. try to devise plans,
Yeah,
right?
assassination.
Yeah, assassination, right? So we can kind of get, the Hamite overseer. If you get over there, you can cause it to, you know, like Esau, right? Right? It's not
Like
gonna work.
they're gonna be
Kanye.
trying to catch him in his words again, man.
Mm-hmm. Khan, catch him in his words, right? Khan. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 86, verse 9, right? It says, all nations whom thou hast made, slut, whom thou hast made shall come and worship before thee, O Lord, and shall glorify thy name. So every nation that the Lord made is going to come and worship before him, right? Every nation, every knee is going to bow, every tongue is going to confess, right? That's prophecy, you know. And for all you people, all you preterists out there, when has that came to pass? When has everybody worshipped Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? Right? That never came to pass. You know what I'm saying? So that's literally a prophecy that still needs to happen. You know, I don't know. Because predators are people. Some Christians, um, when they study eschatology, they say that all things have been fulfilled, like all prophecies. Now you have partial preterists and you have full preterists, but they'll tell you that some prophecies are evidently haven't come to pass, like Psalm chapter 86 and verse 9, will actually happen. Like, I don't, that never happened. You know what I'm saying? That never happened. But come on.
Oh, so I can. Oh, you was done. My bad. Yeah, that's
Come on. Yeah,
madness.
you got it.
That's madness.
It's mad.
That's madness. Let me see. You actually go.
Yeah. Come on, yeah, I got another preset real quick. All right, could you get this preset for me real quick? Psalms 145:21.
Con. Chapter 145 and verse 21. You said 145 and 21, right?
Yeah, con 145:21. Yeah.
My mouth shall speak the praise of Yahweh, and let all flesh bless his holy name forever and ever.
Con, you see that? Let all flesh bless his holy name, man. All flesh hasn't blessed the name of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? Heathen, they try to mock the name of the Lord. You know, that happened one time, bro. You know, that's why you can't give that which is holy to the dogs. It's like you said what?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, con, right? That's why you can't give that which is holy to the dogs right now. You know, because they're gonna get that and they're gonna trample it upon their feet. You know, and make fun of you, right? So that's but all flesh is going to come and worship Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shah. You know, we can see that in the prophecies. All right, but Khan, you got it, King.
I'm trying to look for this one. Give me 1 second. One second. I think there's precept in Isaiah chapter 49. But I can just probably get this real quick though. I'll look for it after that one. But we can get Isaiah chapter 2. Yeah. Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 2. I'll start at. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh, of the Lord's house, of Yahweh house, shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. So when the Lord's come back, He's going to set everything in order. He's going to set the Israelites in order, the kingdom in order, getting everything set in order. They're going to have the nations. They're going to have to come to us for everything. The same way we have to go to Esau, so-called white man, these other nations for everything. Same thing with them. They're going to have to come to us for everything. Verse 3. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. So they won't go up together, the same way we have to go to their schools, learn their, math, learn their, reading, literature, learn their history. Same thing with them. They're going to have to come to us knowing the breakdowns on Job, how to break down Daniel chapter 7, the history and stuff like that, how to go into certain words, the etymology, back into the Hebrew, translating this, that, and the third. How to, what happened with the Davidic, lineage, what was going on with that and stuff like that. The same way with them. They're going to have to come to us for everything, whether it be, for money, dowry, stuff like that. But Khan, you got it.
That's right, man. They're going to have to be coming to us, right? And that goes into every knee bowing down, right, unto the Lord, right? Because guess what? The Lord, where's the Lord going to be, right? Where is the Lord going to be at in the kingdom of heaven? All right, let's go to First Kings. Let's get this precept real quick. First Kings chapter 10, verse 9. Blessed be the Lord thy God, which delighted in thee to set thee on the throne of Israel, because the Lord loved Israel forever. Therefore made he thee king to do judgment and justice. So the Lord loved Israel forever, right? That means that what? He's never going to stop loving Israel, right? Let's go to Joel, the classic, right? Shalom, shalom, servant of the Most High, right?
Shalom.
Shalom, King Shabbat, shalom too. All right. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 2. It's like not Jeremiah, Joel chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. You see that? So the Lord said that He's going to be dwelling in Salah, right? He said, you got to know that I am in the midst of Israel. So when the Lord establishes Israel, that's where He's going to be at. You're going to be in the midst of Israel. So every nation coming to the Lord, every nation bowing down to the Lord ultimately is bowing down unto us. You know, we can get that in Revelation 3:9 as well, right? Let's get this real quick. Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Right, it says, what? Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. You see that? So the Lord said, behold, I'm gonna make them to come and worship before your feet. Right? So literally, they're gonna be literally bowing down unto us in the kingdom, man. Right? And coming to us for everything, right? And we're gonna be that light of the world, man. Right? As we should be. Because Esau is the light of the world right now. You have to go to Esau for everything. To leave the country, you need a passport. You know, to get a car, you need to go to Esau. To get a house, you need to go to Esau. Right? To get a birth certificate, you need to go to Esau. Right? For everything, for water, for food. That goes back to the curses too. But literally, for everything, you need to go to Esau. So likewise, us in the kingdom of heaven. Huh? Okay. Come.
I'm gonna get this precept. Daniel chapter 2. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 27, and it reads, "And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him." So the Lord just said that the dominion is going to be given to Yahweh Shah and to the saints, the Israelites. And all dominion, meaning all nations, all powers that's ruling right now, they're gonna have to, they're gonna be humbled, they're gonna be destroyed, and then they're gonna have to serve us in this thing, man. Those are gonna be our slaves, our servants, our handmaids, and they gotta deal with it, man. Hey, the Lord said He's gonna give the slaves to what's it called, to David in this thing, man.
Come.
Right? So if the Lord's up for slavery. The Lord's not against it. Only if it's done righteously, though. But come on.
Come on, that's right. And you're not furthering the affliction, as the Lord said. Furthering the affliction, man. That's Esau. Become. Let's go to Zechariah 14 and 16, man. All right. Can you read that Bible, Gishah?
On your screen.
You can read it wherever.
Get in my sword.
Drink this water.
Because Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, Yahweh of hope, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacles.
Come, right? The water. So, right. So it says, and it shall come to pass. That is what kind of phraseology is that? That's end time prophecy, right? Kingdom connotation, right? Or basically prophecy connotation, right? It shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations, what came against Jerusalem, meaning the Lord is going to kill. He's going to cut off certain nations, man, right? He's going to cut off certain nations, and utterly destroy them. All the nations that are left, right, which came against Jerusalem, shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, man. Right? So they're going to be worshiping the Lord God Yahweh. You know, they're not going to be worshiping Krishna and damn Buddha, right? No, that's off. Right? They're not going to be worshiping damn Slap. Hold on, I didn't mean to do that. All right, let's pull this back up. All right, what's the damn Indian god, bro?
Hold on, pay attention to them.
Right?
Or
What
Sheba, I think. Sheba.
Yakan, yeah, Shiva, Geshna, Rama, Vishnu, Krishna, right? There's not going to be any worshiping of this in the kingdom of heaven, man, right? Idols being set up, right? Like actual idols, man. They have actual statues, you know. that they worship. You know, people worship this, man. Elephant. You know, a fat elephant laying down. People actually worship that. You know, Shiva statues, right? All that's gonna be taken down, bro. Right? Let's go to Micah real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Micah chapter 4 real quick. This is a book of right? Slovakia. I gotta find this though. I find this. Might be Micah 5 actually. All right. The book of Micah chapter 5, Micah 5 and verse 13. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands. You see that? So all this stuff is going to be put down in the kingdom of heaven. You know, it's only going to be worshiping Yah. They're only going to be worshiping Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shah. You know, let's go back to this in Zechariah. Slovakia. All right, Zechariah 14 and right, and they're going to be keeping the Feast of Tabernacles. All right. Now, if they say, I don't want to keep the Feast of Tabernacles, right? It doesn't say that they will be sleeping in the booths, right? Because it did say in the book of Leviticus that the booths are for the children of Israel, but we will see, we will see in the kingdom of heaven, right? But they will have to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. They will have to go to Jerusalem from year to year, you know. Khan, you got it, King. There's
Con. I'm gonna go
God.
the same book of Zechariah, chapter 8 and verse 21. And the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, let us go speedily to pray before Yahweh and to seek the Lord of hosts. I will go also. Yet many people and strong nations shall come to seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem to pray before Yahweh. So the same thing that happened with Sheba, she came to Solomon. Same thing that's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. These other nations, they want to come and serve the Lord in this thing, man. See his wisdom, see his people in order, see how how great he is. To praise him, man. It's the same way. To get wisdom with knowledge and understanding. Verse 23. Verse 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take that number 10, meaning a whole multitude of men, right? It's a spiritual number. That 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. So them being submissive to the Lord means they're being submissive to his son, which are the Israelites, which is Yahushua chiefly, but he's an Israelite, but the other Israelites as well. They're gonna be grabbing on your skirt, grabbing on your fringes. All hell gonna be breaking loose. Hey man, they're gonna be trying to serve us in this thing, man. You God.
Khan is right, man. That's right. It's lucky. All right, let's go to yeah, so they're gonna be have to come to us, man. All right. They're gonna be have to come to us. All right, let's get the fundamental precepts. All right, let's go to Romans 14:11. All right, Romans chapter 14 and verse 11. For it is written, as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to God. Right? Every knee is going to bow down. See that? Every tongue is going to confess. So then every one of us shall give account of himself to the Most High. All right, let's get Philippians. All right. Hey, Paul was spitting in Philippians chapter 2, bro. All right. Let's just start at verse 5, bro. Because let's go to Philippians 2:5, right? It says, let this mind be in you, which was also in Mahashiach Yahushua, who being in the form of God, thought not robbery to be equal with God. Quick sidebar, right? Christians like to go to Philippians chapter 2, verse 6 to say that it's so crazy, bro. But they say that Jesus right? He thought it not robbery, right? Meaning they say that means that he didn't think it was robbery, he didn't think it was bad to be equal with God. So he made himself to be equal with God. When 1 Corinthians 11:3 says that I'll have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and that the head of the woman is a man, and that the head of Christ is God. So it doesn't make any sense. But just go to verse 5, right? Just to cut that, right? Let's go to Philippians 2:5. Just go to Philippians 2:5. The previous verse. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Mahasiach Yahushua, meaning have the same mindset, which was also in Yahushua, right? That's what Paul is saying. Have the same mindset. Who, being in the form of God, right? So he's not God. He was in the form of God. Thought it not robbery to be equal with God. So if Christians say that it thought it not robbery to thought it not robbery to be equal with God means that he didn't think it was bad to be equal with God, then we should have that same mindset too. We should think like that too. Huh. I don't think it's robbery to be equal with God. So I would like to make myself God. No, that's not what that's going into. That's that meaning that he would never think to be equal with the Most High God. You know, because did not the Most High God literally say? He literally said, "I am, and there is none else beside me." Right? That's the Lord, bro. He literally, you read Isaiah, and the Lord just like, "Hey, I am He. I will do it, and none else." Right? Like how the Lord said, like, let's go to hey, it's just so many. I want to get an example though. All right, kind of, I'll just get Isaiah chapter 41. Right? Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 4. Who have wrought and done it, calling the generations from the beginning, I, the Lord, the first, and with the last, I am He. You see that? So the Lord say, I am He, bro. There's none else beside me. You know what I'm saying? So if this is saying that, look, Christ didn't think it was bad to be equal with God, then, that's the Lord is saying, look, you should have that same mindset, which is off, right? Verse 7. But let's just keep going slow. But made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. That's the Lord. The Lord, he could have came like an angel, bro. You know what I'm saying? Could have came in a glorified body, right? Shining everywhere he went. You know what I'm saying? He could have came and then, he got all the women, right? Pulling up in the latest chariots, you know, had the ancient Jordans on, right? It's actually literally from Jordan, you know. Um, it's literally from Jordan. But hey, bro, Yahweh he had on the damn some probably some damn $2 sandals, some $2 sandals walking in them, right? He was fashioning the man, and he humbled himself, became obedient unto death, right? Even the death of the cross. The death of the cross, that's a horrible way to die. You know? The Lord, he humbled himself. Man. Verse 9. Wherefore God hath also have highly exalted him, and given him a name that is above every name, that at the name of Yahweh Shah every knee should bow, of things in heaven and in things in earth and in things under the earth, and that every tongue should confess that Yahweh Shah Mahashiach is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. You see that? Everything. Right? Hey, Paul even said, and things under the earth, right? You see that? Everything's going to confess. Everything's going to bow down, Con, you got it, King.
That's a beautiful breakdown right there. Let me get this real quick. Isaiah chapter 49,
Crazy.
verse 23, and it reads, And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. but they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. So the Lord said, these other nations, these heathen, they're going to be nursing mothers, taking care of your kids. They're going to be, taking care of your kids and stuff like that. Hey, they said they're going to bow down to you, not only to you, but to the Lord Himself as well. They're going to be looking at the dust like a dog, man. Right?
Mm.
So they're going to see and acknowledge that, hey, that the Most High is dealing with y'all, man. Like Yahweh Shah, he's really, the Son of God. They're going to see that, and they're going to have a certain spirit of fear upon them. They're going to acknowledge that we are the children of God in this thing, man. But come on.
That's right. Con, they're gonna have to acknowledge this, man. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 61. No? Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 9. Right? And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles. So our seed is going to be known among the Gentiles, right? Meaning everybody's going to know who the real Israelites are. It's not going to be a mystery anymore, right? Who are the lost tribes? You know what I'm saying? Esau putting out books. Who are the lost tribes? People wondering, people debating, are Hispanics the 10 tribes of Israel? And so you got some brothers saying no, some brothers saying yes, some brothers saying, yeah, the black ones. That's off, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you look like Israelite, you're Israelite. That's off, you know? But you have people saying, hey, are the Samoans, are the Israelites? Right? Or are they not? Right? Are they heathen? You know what I'm saying? People debating about it, up all night studying, right? Well, if we connect the dots and it does say, Naphtali, right, was a hind let wait, no, it's like not Naphtali. It does say, well, Issachar was a strong ass, and well, Judah, he does work, but he can't be, No, I'm just playing, but like it's not gonna be a mystery. Everybody's gonna know who the real Israelites are. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people, right? All they that see them shall acknowledge them that they are the seed which the Lord have blessed. Everybody that sees us, they're going to acknowledge and say, oh, look, that's the Lord. That's a seed which the Lord have blessed, right? That's the seed of, oh, we got the brother Yishmayah in here, right?
Come on.
See?
Shalom,
Right?
family.
Also like the brother said, the Lord told Ezekiel to tell Esau that they are not God. Exactly. Prince of Tyre. Exactly. And also in Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 15, right on down, uh, Esau, he basically, I believe that was another kingdom, but basically Esau says that too. He said, I am, there's none else beside me, that's why Esau needs to be put down, bro. In I believe that was Second Thessalonians chapter 2, if I'm not mistaken, right? The Lord said that this man he opposes or basically exalts himself like he is God, showing himself that he is God, And he does that all the time,
I got a precept on that. Slakia.
Come on, you got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, right? And I'm gonna read verse number 13. It reads, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High." Right? You see that?
Mm,
So you got the so-called white man, right? They doing everything they can through the spirit to be just like the Most High God and to even surpass him in some cases. The Khan King.
mm-hmm. That's right. That's a good point. Hey, let me just pull this up for the record, bro. Hey, you can't make this up. Hold on, let me read this precept. Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he is as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Right? hey, we can't make this up, bro. Right? It's, hey, look, you see that? Deity.
Mm.
But bro, you can't make this up, dude. Right? Who the hell is this? Right?
Man,
Bro, I can't. This madness, bro. It said God. It said God Almighty.
hey, that's all. Let's say God Almighty.
He said God, bro. That's all. Hey, Akim, am I tripping or have I ever seen this description in the scriptures? Right?
No.
Have I ever seen this? Tell me I'm tripping, bro. See that? Hey, you can't make this up.
Wow.
You can't
That's
make this up, man.
that's disgusting.
But calm. That's right. But calm. You know? I remember bro, what the hell? It says cat. But I remember one time, kind of looked up God, and then all of that showed up was like Krishna and Shiva and stuff like that. They trying to change it, bro. But before all the time it was just, this dude, right? But that's all. All right. But Khan, yeah, let me just keep going in this real quick. All right. Unless you have precept by
Well, you got it.
okay, Khan, yeah, I just want to touch on Isaiah 61, right? Isaiah 61 and 9, and their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them that they are the seed which the Lord have blessed. So everybody's going to, like the brother said, was bringing out, everybody's going to have to come to us, just like how we go to Esau, right? For everything, right? They're going to be coming to us. They're going to be acknowledged who we are. They're going to acknowledge that we're the seed that the Lord have blessed. They're going to acknowledge that, look, yes, that's the people who the Lord chose, man, right? Everybody's going to know, you know? And let me just get this last precept in that. This is Jeremiah. Everybody's going to know the Lord, and everybody's going to know the people of the Lord, right? This is Jeremiah 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. So, right now, or basically, right now, and also previous times, the Lord, He's known for bringing His people out of the land of Egypt. You read about that in the scriptures all the time, you know, that the Lord, the heathen were actually scared of the Lord because they knew that Yahweh, the God of the Hebrews, the God of the Israelites, brought them out of the land of Egypt, right? In fact, in the Exodus, Moses actually brought that up for the Lord, brought that up to the Lord. Hey, remember, you brought us out of Egypt. Everybody knows that, right? Everybody knows that. So why are you going to kill your people, in the wilderness? Because, Moses was acting as that mediator, right? Because the Lord was literally about to kill all the Israelites and make a nation out of Moses, the Mosesites, right? Verse 15, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. So when we get delivered, Lord willing, we'll probably that number. When we get delivered, the Lord is not going to be known for bringing His people out of the land of Egypt, ancient Egypt, but He's going to be known as what? The Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands where He had driven them, right? And I will bring them again into the land that I gave unto the fathers, which is talking about Israel, right? So, Khan, you got it.
I'll get in there real quick. But the Second Samuel, chapter 22, and verse 44, and it reads, same thing what the brother was saying, that they gonna acknowledge that we are the seed of God, right? Second Samuel chapter 22 and verse 44. Thou also have delivered me from the strivings of my people. Thou hast kept me to be head of the heathen. A people which I knew not shall serve me. Strangers shall submit themselves unto me. As soon as they hear, they shall be obedient unto me. So even David, through the Spirit, was saying, hey, man, even these heathens, man, the Lord going to give them to my hand, man. Right when they see me, right when they hear my voice, they going to be obedient to me. Because, they had slavery back then. David and Joab had slaves, Edomite slaves. They had Philistines and slaves. What's it called? I forgot what it was called. Damn, I forgot what it was called. But same thing in the kingdom of heaven, the Lord condones it. That we're going to have all these nations in slavery. They're going to bow down to us and serve us. through the Lord as well. But they're gonna be submissive. You know,
That's right, man. Come. And also Shalom Sincere White, man.
Shalom.
Come on, Shalom. Got a newcomer. Right? So Khan, that's right though. You know? Let's get another precept real quick. Oh yeah, the precept, Yishmayah? Okay, Khan. All right. Let's go to additions to Extra 16. All right. Let me know if brothers got precepts. Anything, right? This is additions to Esther chapter 16 and verse 24. It says, therefore, every city and country whatsoever which shall not do according to these things shall be destroyed without mercy. You see that? It says without mercy, bro. You know, Esau in the kingdom of heaven, when the kingdom of heaven is being established, you might be like, no, no, please, right? Please, I don't want to submit, right? I don't want to bow down. It said, hey, you're gonna be destroyed without mercy, bro, right? With fire and sword. You see that? Fire and sword, and shall not be made only unpassable for men, but also most hateful to wild beasts and fowls forever. So your whole land might be destroyed, man. Nobody be dwelt there. You know, no trees are going to be grown. Not even the fowls of the heaven will even be there, man. Right? Hey, imagine the land of like Moab in the kingdom of heaven. Let's say they all revolt, man. They're sick and tired of it. They want to eat cat. They want to eat, they want to eat damn shrimp, right? They want to eat all this abominable. They want to eat the testicles of goats, right? Hey, bro, they actually do that. You know, the testicles of goats, man. I could send Aki the video, bro. You know, I saw it on Instagram. Madness, right? Let's say, hey, they're tired of it. They revolt. Hey, their whole land is going to be unpassable, man. The whole land is going to be destroyed, right? The Lord said that in Isaiah 60. You know, the Lord said that in Zechariah 14. Let me just get that real quick. Zechariah 14 and verse 13. Right? The punishment, Zechariah 14 and verse, not 13, slow. Zechariah 14 and verse 17. And it shall be that whosoever will not come of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. So they're not even going to get rain in the land. What happens if you don't have any rain? Come on. Hey, I know, because in California, we don't get any rain, bro. That's why we in a drought all the time. That's why it's dry as hell, right? We're always in a drought. You know what I'm saying? That's why the water's hella bad. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have any rain, look, it's gonna be a famine. You know? Hey, even the birds, they're not even gonna. You're not gonna see birds there. You know? You're not gonna see wildlife in the damn desert. It's desolate. You know what I'm saying? So, Khan, it says, even upon them shall be no rain, man. Right? So, Khan, you got it.
If you got precept, you smart. You got it.
King. Beautiful point as well by the brother, man. Beautiful point. I only get this in the book of Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse number 8. And it reads, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Right? See that? So as the brother was saying, these other nations, they haven't blessed Israel to receive blessings. Right? In fact, hey, they've cursed us, man. Right? They furthered the affliction, as you read about in Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. Right? They continue to stockpile sin and sin and sin upon the children of Israel, and they don't even show us enough mercy for us to be able to return into our God. Right? They finally just come out and tell us the truth. Right? They don't tell us any of these things, man. And because of that, the Lord said that he's going to gather and assemble the nations, gather and assemble the kingdoms, and guess what's going to happen? He's going to pour that indignation upon them, huh? as you read about in Isaiah chapter 34 and verses 1 on down, right? He has a sword that is literally prepared, right, to slay the heathen, right? Right, real quick, let me get that as well. Right, this is the book of Psalms, right? Chapter 7 and verse number 12. Right, this Psalms chapter 7 and 12. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors, man. And the so-called white man, right? The Ishmaelites, the Moabites, right? Hey, everybody that had a hand, right, in the destruction of the children of Israel, God's chosen people, right? The Lord has his arrows bent against them, right? But that's it on that, King.
That's right, man. Beautiful point too. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful point too. The Lord, has his judgment for these nations that came up against his people, man. You know what I'm saying? That it's like, let's just get one precept on that. Let's go to Zechariah 1 and 15. It says, "And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease." Hey, bro, the heathen at ease, man. The heathen are at ease, bro. You could just go to your local city and then you got Esau, just going to the store, going to the Whole Foods, you know what I'm saying, pushing the cart right there at the park, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful Saturday, you know what I'm saying? They just, you know what I'm saying, they go into the park, you know what I'm saying? The heathen are at ease, right? It says, "For I was but a little displeased, and they helped for the affliction." Right? "Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies, my house shall be built in it, saith the Lord of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem." Right? So the point is, the Lord is sore displeased with the heathen, right? And he's gonna remain that way until he pours out his indignation upon them, right? And the Lord's gonna, for the lack of better terms, right? You're gonna cock that gun. You can be like, "Hey, you gonna serve me or not?" You know what I'm saying? You're gonna cock that gun back, right? And it's up to the heathen. Yeah, sure, right? Or some heathen, they're gonna be like, "Hey, no, I'm gonna die, right? I'd rather be put to death. Put me to death." Hey, you gonna get what you asked for, man, right? Con, you got it.
So let me get this real quick. Um, Isaiah chapter 47, verse 6. And it reads, "I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke." So, the Lord, he said he was wroth with his people. He
Mm,
gave them over to punishment. And, Esau, he doing too much, man. That's what the Lord basically saying. You all did too much, man. Y'all showed them no mercy, right? Let me get this other precept real quick. That's why David himself said, show them, he don't want no mercy shown to them, man. They didn't show us no mercy. He don't want mercy shown to them. This is book of Psalm, chapter 109, and verse 12. And it reads, "Let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children. Let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with Yahweh, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be before the Lord continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth, because that he remembered not to shew mercy, but
mm,
persecuted the poor and needy man, that he might even slay the broken in heart." And that's what David said, man. Right? David was like, "Hey, man, show them no mercy." They didn't show us no mercy. There was killing us in the streets. There was raping, butt breaking. There was pillaging. They raped, robbed, and murdered. There was hanging our people. It was torturing our people, burning them alive, alligator bait. It was doing all these different things to our people. And David was like, "Hey, don't show them no mercy, man." And that's really the Lord speaking too. Because this is the word of life. This is the Lord speaking. He's to and fro through the Bible. So the Lord put a certain spirit on David to even write that, man. To even say that. So the Lord, he don't want to show them no mercy. That's even in Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. They can't even repent. And chiefly, mercy is only shown to Israel, according to Michael chapter 7 verse 20. Mercy is really just what's it called? It's a blessing for real, a covenant. that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let me get that real quick. Michael. Now, on a deeper level, everybody show mercy because everybody can get worse than what they can. But certain mercies is only for Israel, for real. Like the kingdom of heaven. Let me get this real. This book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 20. Thou wilt perform the truth to Jacob and the mercy to Abraham, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days of old. So mercy and truth was sworn to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to the 12 tribes, not to everybody. But come on. Yeah, stop trying to save everybody, man. Let me get this real quick. Okay, you got it. Salak, you got it.
Go ahead, King.
Khan. Salak, yeah. Everybody be trying to save everybody. Like, these heathen, man. Jake be trying to save the heathen and stuff like that. The Lord said he's going to have mercy on whom going to have mercy on, man. And compassion on whom have compassion. But let me get this real quick, though. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Straight like that. It says the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. It didn't say the Lord will have mercy on Esau. It didn't say the Lord will have mercy on Moab and Elam. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. So when the Lord comes back, he's going to have mercy on the people of Israel, right? He's going to save 1/3 of Israel. And then he's going to set us in our own land, right? And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And those strangers aren't, your uncle you haven't seen in 10 years, you haven't talked to him in a while. That's not the stranger. The stranger is talking about these other nations. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. That's how the Lord gets down. You reap what you sow. So these other nations, they ruled over us, and guess what? We're going to get the final laugh. We're going to rule over them. We're going to rule over our oppressors. And all nations had a part in oppressing us. Okay, you got it now. I know Yishmayah had a point, I think.
Let me get this quick precept. This is the book of Job, right? Chapter 8 and verse number 3. And it reads, doth God pervert judgment, or doth the Almighty pervert justice? Right? And that's a rhetorical question, huh? The Lord's not the type to just be out here, well, I know Esau did that, but maybe he can repent. Hey, the Lord's not, what the brothers be saying, man? The Lord is not dealing with that. Right? The Lord said, hey, God doesn't pervert judgment. Right? For all the down stripes that you given unto the children of Israel, they must be given back unto you, man. Right? Brothers bring it out all the hey, that's in the law. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, man. And guess what? There's going to come a time, place, and season upon the face of the earth where the Lord is going to have that exact same spirit, right, upon these heathen, man. Eye for an eye, right? You plucked out the eye of the Israelites. Guess what? I'm plucking out yours, right? You plug, hey, you put down 10 stripes on they black. Hey, the Lord said that He's gonna double their recompense, man.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, the Most High, He's not really the type, man, to be like Esau and his damn court systems. You may damn kill a man, right? Then you get 5 years, then you get parole. Now you back at the crib. You just gotta wear an ankle bracelet. Right, and you got to have somebody with you if you want to go to Food Depot. That's not what the Lord does, man. You take a man's life according to the law, your life is supposed to be taken as well, right? If that instance permits, right? But Khan, I yield on that.
Khan is right, man. Lord say, all they that live by the sword shall die by the sword, man. In the book of Matthew, man. All right, I got this precept too. Let's go to Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. Right, it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. You see that? So the Lord said, hey, the cup's going to come onto you too, man. Right? You eat Edom, Esau, right? You're going to have to drink this cup too, man. Right? And you can't be like, no, I don't want it. Right? The Lord said in Revelation 18, it's going to be a double cup, like a double cup, like 21 Savage, double cup, right? Hey, it's gonna be
God.
That's right, bro. Hey, the Lord said it's gonna be a double cup, man. Yeah, drink that one and this one, dude. Right? Drink all of it. You know what I'm saying? And then, hey, after that, hey, they're gonna have, hey, because that's going also into the 1,000 years of captivity, right? And all the affliction that they're gonna have to be going through. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's going into, right? So the Lord said that, look, the cup is going to have to pass through all these nations too, right? Not just Esau, right? Moab, Ammon, Ishmael, they're going to have to be drinking all that, right? Even if they going to submit, hey, guess what? Maybe you only have to drink up to here, right? And that little bit, you don't have to drink that. For those that want to submit, those that don't want to submit, hey, guess what? You got to drink all of it, every single drop. You know what I'm saying? Right? It's like we would like to tell Esau that bows down. Nowadays, Esau that's bowing down right now. We tell him, hey, instead of getting 100 whips, you gonna get 99, right, in the kingdom, man. Right? instead of you, right, working damn, instead of you working damn, like, what did brother say, like 12 hours, you gonna work 11 hours and 30 minutes. You get 30-minute break. You know what I'm saying? But calm, man, that's gonna be happening. Wait, calm, you got it.
So, I got it.
Yeah, any brother,
Father, you got it. I got it. I
Oh,
can.
okay, God.
Let me get this real quick. Hold on. Because even with our people, man, this is madness. But even with our people, the Lord said, I'm just getting real quick. I don't want to paraphrase and butcher it up. But they wouldn't put him to death. Hey, basically, he said, you want to see me on the right hand side of my Father, man. But I want to get this real quick though. Before I get that, there's John chapter 19 and I'll start verse 9, and it reads, and went again into the judgment hall and said unto Yahushua, whence art thou? But Yahushua gave him no but Yahushua gave him no answer. Then saith Pilate unto him, speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee and have power to release thee? Yahushua answered, thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore he that delivered me unto thee hath the greater sin. Which is talking about, the Israelites. But my point is, on this one, he says the greater sin. Because Pilate still sinned by saying it's okay to put Yahweh to death. And guess what? They still got to pay for that. That's Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. So the Lord's going to come back. That's why he's just letting all these sins pile up right now. Let me get that one precept so I can. I'm gonna show you where I'm going with this real quick. Give me 1 second. This is Revelation chapter 18. Did someone already read this about the double cup?
No, I only made a reference to it, but I didn't read it.
Okay. Let me see. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached into heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities. So the Lord, all sins and stuff like that was still piling up when they put Yahweh to death. And guess what? When he comes back, those sins are going to be still left around. From the time they put Yahweh to death, he's going to come back and give judgment, render judgment to everybody according to his work shall be. And these Edomites, it's not looking good, because guess what? They can't repent. So when Esau first came on the earth, guess what? He still has to pay for that, chiefly for Cain. That's all I wanted to say. I can get back on topic though.
Real quick, to lamb that, because that's a beautiful point, man. Right? Bring out the classic. This Numbers chapter 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Now, if you think about it, Yahushua, he is the creator of all things, man. Right? Through the inspiration and power of the Most High God. Right? Now, Yahushua, he created the earth. How much more, as the brother just said in his last point, when the earth was defiled by his blood, man? Hey, that's why the Lord is going to literally be dipped in a vesture of blood, as it was seen. right? Because the Lord, he has to recompense his blood being shed upon the face of the earth, and how defiled the world is, right? Or how defiled the earth is because of the simple fact that his blood was shed, right? But you got it, King.
That's a good point too. That's a good point, man. Right? I got kind of like a preset that's kind of different, but all right, I'm gonna get this. This is Jeremiah 16 and verse 19. Right? It says, "O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in a day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit." You see that? So in the kingdom of heaven, right, the nations are going to come to us, right? And they're going to be like, you know what? Yeah, our father, our fathers surely inherited lies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we, like the damn Moabites, right? Because hold on, right? Let's get this preset for a second. That's 15, man. Right? The damn Moabites, the Moabites, Ammonites, man, right? They really think that Esau is God, man. Right? They really reverence him and put him to that level. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. They try to be like him. You got in the Bay Area, you got Moabites with Esau. You know what I'm saying? That you literally see that all the time, right? You go to Bay Area right now, go to San Francisco, right? You'll see that Moabites with Esau, because they're the most two proudest nations on the earth right now, you know, and they see they kind of match their own level, right? But let's go to Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 46. "And thou Asia that art partaker of the hope of Babylon and art the glory of her person." You see that? So Asia is a partaker of Babylon. You see that? So when we go to this in Jeremiah 16 and verse 19, and this is going into all nations, man, right? It says that the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. You see that? Christmas, man, Halloween, Thanksgiving, right? All these damn festivities of the heathen. That's vanity. That's of no profit. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna have to come to us and they're gonna have to confess, you know what, y'all got the understanding, y'all the blessed nation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the ones that with the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, y'all the ones with the one true God. You know what I'm saying? All our gods are damn idols, right? And they're gonna finally realize that. Because you actually have heathen that believe that Buddha is actually a real freaking deity. You know what I'm saying? They really believe in him. They really believe that Krishna is real, right? They really believe. There was just like this one Eve. I was kind of like, she was kind of like, it's like this box thing, and she's kind of like a handle. There's a handle on it, right? And it's like,
So yeah, these idols can get put to death, man. These idols are the reason why we in captivity. And these idols are the reason why these nations be going off. There's only one true God. You got it.
God, what? But yeah, as I was saying, man, it's lucky. As I was saying, this E, she kind of had this box and it was like this handle on it. It's kind of like, I don't know, it was like a music box almost, right? Or something like that. It was an idol, you know. She's saying every time I pray to it, it actually happens, you know. That's Satan. That's why granting your wishes. You know what I'm saying? So they really believe in these idols. They really believe, our damn grandmas praying to white Jesus in the church, right? Thinking about him, praying. They actually believe that's God, man. But they're gonna finally understand that in the kingdom of heaven, the one true God is Yahweh Bash from Habashah. God, you got it.
Khan, beautiful point, King. All right, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 8, and verse 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold of all languages, Slakia, shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, We will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. Right? Right. So these are the nations, and that's not a literal 10, right?
Right.
10 is just a number of completion throughout the scripture. Right. So the Lord said there's going to be a complete amount of men. When you read Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1, there's going to be 7 women that shall take hold of one man. Right. You have men and women, right, fleeing, right, running to and fro throughout the world, try to find a damn Jew, man. Let me grab at your fringes. I need your hem, man. I need the hem of your garment. Please.
Right.
We've heard that God is with you. You know the way. And that's gonna be their mentality in that day. And guess what, brother? You have a decision to make. Am I going to keep this damn heathen, this damn dog on my skirt, or am I gonna kind of damn swat him away, man? And a lot of you brothers, you gonna keep them on your skirt, right? You gonna keep them on your garment. You're not gonna cast them away, right? Your heart, you're not cold hearted enough, man, right? But Khan King, you got it.
Con, right. That's right. But you had a point of precept.
Shalaki Khan. When you go to
Con.
Judah chapter 14, let me see where I want to start. I'll start at verse 6. I'll start at verse 5. It's Judah chapter 14 and verse 5, and it reads, "But before you do these things, call me Achior the Ammonite, that he may see and know him that despised the house of Israel, and that sent him to us as it were to his death." Then they called Achior out of the house of Ozias, and when he was come and saw the head of Holofernes in a man's hand in the assembly of the people, he fell down on his face, and his spirit fell. So basically, Achior, he was a heathen. You know, he was an Ammonite. He wasn't an Israelite. But this, I'm just getting this for an example on what Yishmayah just pulled, right? Verse 7. But when they had recovered him, he fell at Judah's feet and reverenced her and said, "Blessed art thou in all the tabernacle of Judah, and in all nations, which hearing thy name shall be astonished. Now therefore, tell me all the things that thou hast done in these days." Then Judith declared to him in the midst of the people all that she had done, from the day that she went forth until that hour she spake unto them. And when she had left off speaking, the people shouted with a loud voice and made a joyful noise in her city. And when Achior, this is the point, and when Achior had seen all that the God of Israel had done, he believed in God greatly, and circumcised the flesh of his foreskin, and was joined unto the house of Israel unto this day. Now he's not an Israelite; he's still an Ammonite. It's just showing you that he cleaved to the house of Israel, and then what's it called? Yeah, he cleaved to the house of Israel, worshiping the Most High God, the true only God. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how it's supposed to be. They shouldn't be worshiping their own idols and stuff like that. All nations going to be bowing down and acknowledging the children of Israel. They're going to worship Yahweh in the Most High. That's how it's going to be. That's just a clear example. The same way you have Rahab, same thing you have Ruth, same thing with Achior, cleaving Gentiles, heathen. But this is an example.
Con, yeah, I have an example of that too, right? Link up with the brother saying, let's go to Ruth chapter 1 and verse I'm just sorry, verse 16. And Ruth said, "Entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee, for whither thou goest, I will go." Right? And where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God. See that? That's literally the heathen uh, um um cleaving onto the house of Israel. That's what it says in Isaiah 14:1, right? That's literally what it says. They're going to cleave onto us. And no, that doesn't mean they're going to get eternal salvation. No, right? Oh, look, brother, it says Ruth, right? So that means Ruth, she can be saved because she cleaving onto Israel. So then that means if her God, right, is going to be the Most High God, Yahweh, that means that she is a spiritual Israelite and she be grafted in. Boom, the heathen could be saved. No, that's not what that's going into. Of course, you're going to have heathen that's going to cleave. Because guess what? We just saw the earth, man. Right? Of course, they want to cleave onto us. Right? But it says that doesn't mean that she's still a Moabite, right? Verse 17, where thou diest, will I die, and there will I be buried. The Lord do so to me, and more also, if aught be death part thee and me, man. So she was willing to be down. She was willing to be keeping the commandments. She was down to be worshiping Yahweh Bash and Yahweh, right? And you're gonna have heathen that's gonna be like that in the kingdom of heaven, right? That's gonna be basically coons, you know. You're gonna have coons of the heathen, right? You're gonna have coons of the heathen, you know. That's like examine the coons of today, right? Coon Jakes, even have coon Moabites, man, right? You have coon almost every nation. Examine them. Hey, you're gonna have those in the kingdom of heaven, but they cooning instead for Esau, they're gonna be cooning for Yahweh Bash and Yahweh, right? They're gonna be cooning for the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? All right.
I got a precept on that. Salaki, I got a precept on that too.
Got it.
With Deuteronomy chapter 30. Come on. Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So, same way our people are cursed, they cleaving to Esau for everything. They want, they just cleaving. The modern day Herodians, they want America to prosper. Hey, that's gonna be the same way in the kingdom of heaven with us, man. And the heathen, they gonna want us to prosper. You're gonna have, I don't know what name you would call them, Israelitis. I don't know. I really don't know. Yasharala, I don't know. The same way you have Herodians, and you're gonna have the coons that's gonna coon for the Israelites. And hey, they're gonna be fighting each other. They gain favor to an Israelite man. No, I want him. I want to be in his house. I want to be in his house. Stuff like that. I want to
All
be
right.
able to serve him. I want to be able to serve him. I remember I was watching Django, and you had this Uncle Tom. I don't know this. I forgot his name. Uncle Ruckus. No, it's not Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Samuel L. Jackson though, but he was a dang on coon, man. And you gonna have that in the kingdom of heaven too. But con, that's all I want to say.
Con, con, right? It's the book of Joshua, chapter 2, and verse number 9. And she said unto the men, right? Now this is Rahab speaking, or Rahab. And she said unto the men, I know that the Lord have given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. So even the down women, our hearts were fainting because of you. So-called black man with fringes, so-called Hispanic man with a beard on your face, so-called Native American man keeping the commandments, right? Our hearts, we faint because of you. Because, hey, you're dreadful, man. Right? Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 2 and verse 25. Right? That was a damn heathen speaking unto the men of Israel, the men of the Lord. Right? This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 2 and 25. This day will I begin to put the dread of thee and the fear of thee upon the nations that are under the whole heaven, who shall hear report of thee and shall tremble and be in anguish because of thee. So the Lord said it plain upon tables, man. They gonna hear your report. You got these damn basketball players, on these damn AAU circuits. They kind of go from this city to play this team, from here and to go and play there and play this team. Then you kind of get some buzz around your name, right? And that's how it's gonna be for the children of Israel, man. We're gonna be conquering land to land, getting buzz around our name. Oh my goodness, the Israelites, right? They're back, right? They're taking the earth again, right? But that's all, King.
Con, that's right. Hey, you already know we got boy Tazaiyar Gabar up in here. Crazy.
So
Shalom.
Con,
Shalom.
all praises, man. But yeah, I had a point on that too, right? I had a precept on that. Let's go to Luke chapter 8 and verse 43. And a woman having an issue of blood 12 years, which has spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any, came behind him and touched the border of his garment. And immediately her issue of blood snatched. And Yahushua said, Who touched me? When all denied, Peter and they that were with him said, Master, the multitude thronged thee and pressed thee. And sayest thou, Who touched me? What does it mean to throng somebody? Meaning to like come up against some kind of, bump up against him, right? That's what thronging means, right? So literally, Yahushua, when he was walking throughout the lands, throughout Jerusalem, throughout Israel, he was literally a celebrity, man. You know what I'm saying? He was literally like Michael Jackson, right? If Michael Jackson was just walking down the street, guess what? Everybody's going to be surrounding him. There's going to be a big crowd. You know what I'm saying? If damn Michael Jackson walking down the street, if LeBron James walking down the street, if all these if Jay-Z, Beyonce, damn Cardi B, Quavo, take off, right? Damn Lil Baby, if they're walking down the street, right? Guess what? There's gonna be a whole crowd. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures, trying to get his autograph, trying to talk to him, trying to see him. You know what I'm saying? The same thing was going on with Yahweh Shah. Now, on a spiritual level, we represent Yahweh Shah too, right? We're the body of Yahweh Shah, you know? And we're Israelites, just like how Yahweh Shah was Israelite. We're Israelites too, right? So in the kingdom of heaven, literally, right? When we're walking, hey, these heathen, they're gonna be envying us. Damn, look at his garment, right? They're gonna have some damn peasant garments on. We're gonna have that royalty on. You know what I'm saying? Gold, man, chains, right? You know what I'm saying? Draped out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be like that a crown on our head, man. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, damn, they're gonna when Esau goes to these other nations, when he goes to certain nations in Africa, he goes to certain nations in Asia, he goes to certain nations in, South America, whatever. Hey, the little kids, they gather around him, trying to look at it, trying to touch him. That's what's going to happen when we go to the land of Moab in the kingdom. Yeah, let's see what's up in here. Yeah, don't touch me. Yeah, stay 6 feet. 6 feet is fine, right? Brother gonna be saying 6 feet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Calm, but that's how it's gonna be, right? But calm. And also Salakia, I just had a point because we were kind of talking about coons, right? So let me just show this real quick.
Wow. Hey, try 2020, I'm about that.
Can brothers hear it?
Come.
All right.
I doubt that. 2 ain't never go without that. These they trying to shut us down, but I know we gonna bounce back.
Make sure I dislike this.
White and blue, just watch how we bounce back. Can't wait to see this when we win the election. Easy on my piece of one mega step. To all the liberals, I'm keeping my weapon. Then I got hatches to show them I'm flexing like ooh, ooh. Start to beat, hey, I'm gonna keep it simple. They let Pepper and her stay open, but said churches were an essential. And I know it's hard to keep your faith in God. It seems like the world against you, but that word is too official.
Bro, Esau doesn't care about you, man. Donald Trump doesn't care that you got his shirt, that you got him on his shirt, right? That you then and the young Jake, he got a damn sweater on that says Uncle Tom, bro. You know what I'm saying? All of this is off. They used to hang our forefathers with the flag, man. That's off. Right? So in the kingdom of heaven, you might have Moabites or Edomites with damn shirts with it says Yahweh Shah on it, And the other Edomites, they'll be mad. Why you got that on? You hate Yahweh Shah, God. Yeah, you got it, King.
Yeah, that's mad. But brother got it though.
What's the topic for tonight?
Every knee shall bow. Like heathen, basically Israelites, we be the top nation. Everybody gonna have to come to us. Everybody gonna be bowing down to Yahweh Shah, etc., etc.
Well, I got a precept of what you got in Luke This is the book of Mark, chapter 6, and verse 33. And the people saw them departing, and many knew him, and ran afoot thither out of all cities. And out went them, and came together unto him. And Yahushua, when he came out, saw much people, and was moved with compassion toward them, because they were as sheep, not having a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. So that's how it was for Yahushua back then. Like the brother was saying, he was like a celebrity. But it was literally he was literally he was literally our shepherd. We were literally the sheep. So that's why the fame was so high for him, because he's literally the shepherd of Israel. Khan.
That's right, man. Brothers have any points, precepts? Okay, all praises most high. All right. I mean, we kind of touched on everything. I would say, the heathen going to get it. The heathen's going to have to come to us. I have this one precept real quick in Psalms. Right. I have this one precept in Psalms. I mean, it's not Psalms. Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 3. Right. Isaiah 60 and 3. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. So the Gentiles are going to come to our light, right? They're going to have to come to our light. Just like how, in this world, you got to go to America to be at the prestigious colleges. Stanford, Harvard, all these colleges, they're in America. Yale University, Duke, the nation, they come to America to get that knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Go to the good schools, the good universities. And they're going to have to come to Israel, man, to get that understanding, Oh, yeah, what's this breakdown? The law says, thou shalt not eat anything with the blood. What does that mean? You still also going to be asking what that means. Is that really going into like literal blood, or like is that talking about the blood of Yahusha, or what is that talking about? No, Esau, you can't have your meat medium rare, right? But they're gonna have to go to us for the understanding, right? Kanye got it.
Right, quick precept as well as the book of Luke, chapter 3, and verse 5, right? Every valley shall be filled, and every mountain and hill shall be brought low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough ways shall be made smooth, and all flesh shall see the salvation of God. So another precept going in on, how everybody, is literally going to see how it's shot, because that's our salvation. He's going to save us. He's the Savior, the nation of Israel, and everybody's going to see him.
Right? Yeah, I also got this too. Unless a brother had a precept.
Bring it out.
It's Revelation chapter 21 and verse 24. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. You see that? So the nations of them which are saved, meaning the nations that were not destroyed, shall walk in the light of it. So they're going to walk in our light, right? Do they have the light? No, but they're going to walk in our light. You see that? Who's going to be issuing out that light? The Lord, right? And his people shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. Meaning, what's their glory and their honor? Meaning their service, right? Their gold, their opulence, their wealth. You see that? But you got precept. Okay,
Khan.
Okay, Khan.
It's the book of Hebrews. The brothers hear me?
Khan.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, and verse number 12. The brothers bring this out?
I think so.
Khan. It's Hebrews 10 and 12. But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins forever, sat down on the right hand of the Most High. Now, we all know that this is obviously speaking of Hamashiach Yahushua that shed his blood for the entire nation of Israel, right? Reading on, verse 13. From henceforth, expecting till his enemies be made his footstool, man. So ever since Hamashiach Yahushua gave his life for the entire nation of Israel, he been sitting on the edge of his seat at the right hand of the Most High, literally waiting, man. Hey, I'm led to believe he kind of tapping his foot, man. You know how Jake is. He just getting impatient, kind of start scratching your neck, right? Your down leg get to tapping. You get all antsy, right? Hey, I'm led to believe that's how Yahushua is. He might be sitting down with the arms of his chair. He kind of gripping the damn arms of his chair, right? Down, hey, he kind of getting into this thing, man. Yahushua been waiting, man, for that day, right? Patiently waiting until he can make his enemies his footstool, right? And once he does that, he's gonna raise us up as well, Lord willing, right? And we're gonna be able to do the same thing by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. But God,
Yeah. That's right.
I had a quick precept. Right.
I got a precept back.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 9. Read verse 8. Right, they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him for grace and mercy to his saints, and he has cared for his elect. Right, but here's the point. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. Right, now everybody that's not going to be with Yahushua has literally forsaken the Lord, man. That's why I said, right in the book of Mark, I believe, chapter 9, if it's not for us, then it's against us, man. Because this truth is, gonna be hard to get down with, man. The people that are in this thing are literally in this thing, because they want some type of kingdom, man, want some type of salvation. If you fall back into that perdition, you'll be destroyed, man. The people that are going to be destroyed are literally the ones that are going to bow down, and the saints are going to be with him. Come.
All right, I had a precept. Right, this is 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 24. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to God, even the Father, even when he have put down all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. For he have put all things under his feet. But when he saith all things are put under him, it is manifest that he is accepted, which did put all things under him. And when all things shall be subdued unto him, then shall the Son also himself be subject unto him that put all things under him, that God may be all in all. Come on, all praises, bro. But so this, what is that going into? Christ, he's going to put everything under his feet, man, through the power of the Most High God, right? You're going to put all things under his feet, and I just want to be, I want to be, like when Yahushua sitting on his throne, I bring this disobedient Edomite up to him, kind of bruised in his face, you know what I'm saying? His hair is all messed up. He's like, I'll never bow down, right? Kind of hit him in the damn leg, right? He kind of goes down to the ground, bows down, bow, what I'm saying? Bow before the Lord, you know what I'm saying? But after Yahushua puts all things under his feet, then guess what? Yahushua, he's going to bow down onto the Father, that the Father may be all in all, man. Because who really gets all the glory at the end of the day? Yahweh Bosh and Yahushua, that's deep, Come. All right. Yeah, we kind of bring out our closing presets because we kind of did bring out everything.
Well, this ain't my closing preset. I just have one more preset going.
You got it.
All right, this is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and 2. You already run this out or live?
2 Thessalonians 2 and 2. I brought out verse 3, but you got it, I think.
You went on down to 4?
Let me see. All right, that's talking about son of perdition.
Yeah.
Come. Yeah, you can bring it out though.
Come.
I read verse 4.
Come. Right, that ye be not, Salaki, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand. You know, I really wanted to, right? But hey, that's also a good point as well, because the day of Christ is literally at hand. You know, we getting there closer and closer day by day. You know, that's why we can't really, let any spirit take us away. You know, what else? Letter. You know, we can't just be troubled, man. You know, according to the faith. You know, be strong. You know, according to Yahweh Shai, because we know that all things will be under His feet. You know, as long as we stay on His side. You know. We get our closing precepts.
Right. Res got any closing precepts?
I bring this up. But it's Psalm chapter 94 and verse 14. For Yahweh will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. So, we're willing, this call, whoever watched it or is going to watch it is going to boost their faith for the things to come. You have a slave, you have a servant, you have a handmaid, and just the kingdom of heaven in general, man. The Lord said He's not going to forsake His inheritance. It may seem like He forsook us, but really the Lord's hearing our prayers right now. Hey, now, the Lord's going to come back and deliver us from the hand of our enemies. But
Khan, mighty precept. Right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them, man. Right? And that's the great glorious day that we are waiting on, man. That's that strange act that brothers be praying about day in and day out, man. Right? That the Lord can say, come up hither. Right? We get beamed up into the chariots, man, while our enemies are beholding us, man. While they stand in awe, right? While they finally realize that the brother that they was giving extra workloads, right, making him work longer, right, trying to act like they didn't know he was supposed to get off, right? Say, oh, my bad, right? I forgot you had this to do, right? Or you can get off here at such and such and so, right? The brother that is working overtime, right? They kind of throw more stuff on the ground to make them work harder or make them work longer. Hey, man, those bosses, those managers, those CEOs, they're going to have to think about them janitors in that day that you used to laugh at because he had fringes on when he getting pinged up into the chariot, man. You have to think about that, right? And Lord willing, we all part of that number, right, that is able to get beamed up into chariots as well, while our damn enemies, man, is standing with the damn, with the assed out face, right? But that's it on that.
That's right, man. All praise the Most High. You got a precept, Tazaiyar?
I'll get mine, right? It's the book of Ephesians, right? Chapter 1 and verse 18, right? The eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that ye may know what is the hope of his calling, and what the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints. Right? So we gotta know what we're here for, man. You know, we're literally here to save the nation of Israel through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You know, through the voice, through the water. Right, but verse 19, and what is the exceeding greatness of his power to usward, who believe according to the working of his mighty power. Right. So what's the exceeding greatness, man? What's the exceeding, salvation that we believe according to his power, man? Literally for us to rule this world, man. Literally for, Yahweh Shah and all the people that disbelieved him, didn't believe him, spit on him, did all that stuff to him. Those people bowed down to him, man. Because we read the gospel, we understood that, the pain that our king was going through in those times, man. We want death to these enemies, man. We want death to the people that did that. So the more and more we're in this thing, the more we hope that those things will happen, man. Those things, they will bow down. Everybody, just be powerless. Except Yahweh Shah. Right, Yahweh Shimon. But verse 20, which he wrought in Christ when he raised from the dead and set him at his own right hand in the places of heaven, in heavenly places, far above all principality and power and might and dominion and every name that is named, not only in this world, but also in that which is to come, and put all things under his feet, and gave him to be the head over all things to the church, which is his body, the fullness of him that filleth all in all. Did you already bring that out, or
But I don't think so.
okay, that's plain, right? That's as plain as it gets, man. We want that to happen. We want literally Christ to be boom, and then everybody else below. That's what we want to happen, because Christ, he's the righteous Savior, man. Read the Gospels, man. Look how righteous our King. We want this man to roll over us, man. We literally need Yahweh to roll over our whole nation, so everybody could just be great. And the other nations, to bow down where they need to be, and everything will be in place, man. That's what needs to happen to this place, and that's why we need to, our hope. We got to hope in this calling, man. We can't just forsake us being in this truth. Read the Bible sometimes. No, I don't know about that. But hey, this is literally our calling, man. We are on this earth for this one purpose, for Yahweh to reign over this earth, man, in righteousness, man. For literally the world to be saved, if you got yours to you. Now, Salak, let me just get this quick precept, right?
Get out.
Right? The book of Psalms, chapter 1. Right? The book of Psalms, chapter 120 and verse 6. My soul has long dealt with him that hateth peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war, man. Now, that's the war we have to go through right now. No, we're literally speaking for peace. We're literally speaking for Christ to put all our enemies to death. That's literally the right thing right now. But when we speak of those things, that becomes war, because this world hates righteousness, man, and it hates Yahweh Shai. Say we know it hates Yahweh Shai, so it's going to hate us, man. But it doesn't hate us; it literally hates Yahweh Shai, man. So we stand for this word. So we want everybody to be under this word, man. If we really stand for it and hope in our calling, as it's written, come on. We got to hope in our calling, and you really understand why we in this truth, man. We can't be in this truth because we want to be, be a slave owner and damn have 7 wives. No, we literally want the best man on earth to rule over this world, man. That's our calling. Come
Con, that's right, man. That's actually true. Con, because we just servants in this thing. At the end of the day, like it says Luke 17, I believe. Luke 17:10. Right, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which is our duty to do. The Lord was cold when he said that, man. Does he thank his servants for doing his job? What you want to thank you? What you want a cookie? We just came out of all hell breaking loose. We just came out of all hell tribulation. We were studying all day, all night. The Lord said, "What you want a cookie?" No, I'm playing. Right? But come on, cold when he said that. And that's true though. It's all about upholding Yahweh Shema. Come on, but yeah, I got this precept right. Let's go to Zephaniah 3 and verse 19. It says, "Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out." Who was driven out? That's talking about us, man. We were driven out of our own land, right? It says what? "And I'll get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame." You see that? Well, we've been put to shame, right? Stripped away of our nationality, stripped away of our language, right? Been called proverbs and bywords. You know what I'm saying? Been called Negro Spics, Black people, African Americans, nomads. We've been called everything, man. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, He's going to give us fame in every land we've been put to shame. In every land we've been put in slavery, we're going to have fame, right? We're going to have we're going to be popular. You know what I'm saying? Verse 20. "At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I will gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, said Yahweh." Man. You see that that phraseology is cold. He said, I'm gonna turn back your captivity before your eyes. You're gonna see it. Everybody gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. because that's literally going to come. Brother's going to be beamed up in the chariot. You see that? Turning back your captivity before your eyes. You know? So, Lord willing, we're part of that number. Lord willing, every brother, every sister in this truth is watching this video. Lord willing, you're part of that number too, man. You know, we make our calling election sure in the last days. You know? So, come. Brother, say anything else? Come. All praises, man. So with that, like close out the brother Yasharala.
Brother Ahbayah.
Brother Yishmayah.
Tazaiyar Gabar.
Coming back to y'all yet another video. The water for everybody is tuning in. It's probably serving the Most High that's tuning in right now, but you know, all praise to the Most High. Mighty Shalom, Shabbat Shalom as well, right? And also subscribe to these brothers' YouTube channels and Instagram pages. You can just type in their username, you can find it there. You know, the Spirit of Power Yahweh from Habashah. Right, so with that, all praises again to Yahweh Shema Mashak Habashah. Lord willing, this is edifying. Kwam Yasha Allah. Shalom.